Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. Okay, so I'm back after a long 2 days of rest, but the reason I'm back, guys, is because for Christmas, I got a $50 gift card from Barnes & Noble, so we're going on a shopping spree. And I, of course, had to take you with me and talk about literally every single book that I get. But I'm all dressed and ready to go. Guys, look at this cute purse that I got for Christmas that I'm actually obsessed with. For Christmas, I asked for a bag because for school, I stopped taking my backpack and I started taking like a tote bag. And for a while now, I've just been taking a Barnes & Noble tote bag that keeps like kind of falling off my shoulder. Like my stuff doesn't fit in it. It just always is just annoying me. So I asked for a bag for Christmas and I got one and I'm so excited. Guys, literally look how cute this bag is. I'm actually so obsessed. Okay, but let's go to Barnes & Noble and get all these books. I'm actually so excited. I have no idea what I'm even gonna get. Like, guys, this is like, I'm going in blind here. Okay guys, I'm back home and let me show you all the books that I got. I'm literally so excited. And I tell you, I'm literally the most indecisive person ever. Going in there with no goal and like no idea what I wanted was not good. I think I literally lapped the place like 7 times just trying to find what it is that I wanted. And I was like going back and forth between these same sections. You guys saw I had The Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry in my hands. I decided not to get it. And here's my reasoning. The reason I decided not to get it is because it was like $30. And like even with the 25% off and the extra 10 from my membership, it still would have only left me with like so much as like a book and a half. It just wasn't gonna leave me enough money to buy more books. So I was like, okay, if I buy more, then I can get that when it comes in paperback to match the rest of them I have by her. So I got these 4 books instead. Really happy with everything that I got. So let me tell you about it. Okay, first book I got is The 7-Year Slip. I have not read this yet. I've heard amazing things about it. And I know if you're an avid reader, you're like, what the heck? What do you mean you haven't read this? This book is so popular. And I just honestly, I don't know why, but I've just never like wanted to read it. But after all the other books that I got, I was like, okay, I need a rom-com. And I saw this sitting there and I was like, maybe it's finally time. It's finally time that I buy it. Especially with the gift card, I felt more motivated to buy it. And I was like, okay, let's pull the trigger on it. Guys, this one I'm so excited about. I got Beartown by Frederick Backman. Now this has been all over my Goodreads. As you guys know, I read Anxious People literally a week ago and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so good. I loved the writing and I think his writing is so good and his ideas are really good. And this came up on my Goodreads. I think it won like fiction book of the year. So I saw it and I've been wanting to buy it. This one's the one I had an idea that I was like, okay, I kind of want to get one of his books. But I saw it in there and I was like, okay, like, yeah, we got to get this book. This book, I think it's about a hockey team, if I'm correct. Yeah, it's about a hockey team and the semi-final match becomes the catalyst for a violent act that will leave a young girl traumatized in a town in turmoil. This is a story about a town and a game, but even more about loyalty, commitment, and the responsibilities of friendship. I'm very excited. I've heard such good things about this book, so I can't wait to read this one. And then I got Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. Now, I read Normal People when I was in high school, and when I read Normal People, everyone was telling me that it was a romance. It's not a romance. If you know what Normal People is, you know it's not a romance. But I thought it was because I didn't know what it was. And so I went in with the mindset that it was a romance. So because of that, I didn't like it because I thought it was supposed to be a romance. But now that I've gotten older, I'm like, oh wait, that book still like, I think about it a lot. And I'm like, wait, I was too harsh on that book when I read it. So I was like, okay, let me get Conversations with Friends because I've also heard this is really good. And now that I kind of know what her books are like, I feel like I'll like this one a lot. This book is Thrown in the Dark. And I actually saw this in the store and I went, oh, I saw that on TikTok. And here's my reasoning. There's this girl that I follow and she gave a review on this and she goes for like really niche fantasy books that no one really talks about. And she reviewed this so good that I was like, okay, wait, I have to do it. It's enemies to lovers and forced proximity. And a fantasy. Does that not sound like my kind of book? So I had to get it. It has really cool sprayed edges and I was like, oh, we're picking this up and it's coming home with me. I thought I'd give you guys like a little update on what I'm reading right now. So I'm currently reading Deathly Hallows, of course, Harry Potter. And this is the only Harry Potter book that I haven't finished yet. And the reason I haven't finished it is because I was listening to the audiobooks, and the audiobooks for the Deathly Hallows they just weren't hitting. So I have the book, but I left the book in my apartment at college. So I downloaded it for free on Kindle Unlimited, and I've been reading it like a maniac. It is so good. I forget how good the books are and how much they forget in the movies. Movies are my favorite thing ever. My favorite movies of all time. But they did forget stuff. And I'm like reading it, and I just got to the part where Dobby dies. I was like, oh my goodness. But I'm 67% done with Deathly Hallows. 67. So I'm almost done with this one. And once I'm done with this one, we can pick our next read. I know in Vlogmas, if you watched, I said that I was going to read The Murder at Holly House. This book right here. I opened it and I'm on page 5. And I was just like, okay, I can't. And I just like immediately went to Deathly Hallows. I don't know why I stopped it. This book wasn't bad. I just paused. It's the way literally like my whole room is just like books galore, and like I have more back there. Like, guys, I have so much on my TBR. This is the most I think I've ever had of my TBR ever. I used to be the type of girl who would like, I would buy a book and I wouldn't buy other books until I finished the books I have. And now I go into a Barnes and Noble and I have to buy a book. Like, even if I don't need any more, I will buy more books. I mean, Exhibit A, I just bought 4 and I have an entire stack over here that I need to read. I'm gonna go downstairs, make some tea, and we're gonna sit and we're gonna read Deathly Hallows. It's like a decent temperature, so I'm now sitting outside and reading. And the birds are chirping. This is perfect. Weather like this low-key makes me miss summer because it is so perfect outside right now. I think it's like 70 degrees exactly. There's like a nice breeze in the air. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. I'm sitting outside, reading, listening to birds chirp. Ugh, wow. Okay, I'm back home. We just went to go see some lights and then we went snow tubing. I was actually so scared, but it was so fun. It was fast. I was filming and I was like, oh no, I have to stop because I'm gonna drop my phone and then I'm literally gonna flip over on this tube. But it was so much fun. Just reading the Harry Potter books, like I just realized how much they left out of the movies. I know it's not possible to put everything in it, but there's some stuff that they really left out that I was like, oh my gosh, I never even thought that was a thing. And I love these movies. So I'm reading these and there's like extra scenes. I feel like I'm watching extra scenes of the movie in my head. It's perfect. Okay guys, it is literally the next day. Basically, after I watched the Taylor Swift documentary, I got in bed and I finished Deathly Hallows. Deathly Hallows has been completed, and let me tell you, wow, that book was so good. So different than the movie, so different. I mean, a lot of like the same core stuff, but so different. Like I actually there was so much more information that they left out of the movies, and I'm so glad that I got to read it. I've just been hanging out with my family this morning, but now it is time to pick our next read. Guys, I think I've come to the conclusion that unfortunately I don't think we're gonna meet the reading goal this year. So my reading goal was 60 books. I'm currently on 50, and I have 3 days to read 10 books. And I just don't think that that's gonna happen. I think that if that was to happen, I wouldn't even really be reading them. I'd just be skimming them to try and meet the goal. And that's not what I want to do. I want to make sure that I'm enjoying the books that I'm reading. This is also my hobby. I don't want to rush it and force it. And I was thinking to myself last night, I was like, dang it, I'm not going to meet the 60 goal that I've been wanting to meet all year. But I was like, okay, it doesn't matter. This is just for fun. Reading is for fun. I don't need to put pressure on it. I don't want to just read to just finish a goal and then I won't end up really enjoying the book. So we're going to take our time and just read as much as we can these next 3 days. So now it comes to the decision of which book we're gonna read. It's up between these two, and they're so different, guys. Okay, guys, I think I've decided We're going to read Throne in the Dark next. I think this is the one we're going to read next because I really want to be obsessed with the book, and I feel like this is the book that I'm going to be obsessed with. I mean, these both I think I'm going to be obsessed with, but I'm just really feeling like a fantasy enemies to lovers right now. Okay, so we're going to read this, and then later we're having like a family game night tonight, so we're going to read as much as we can before it's time for the family game night. Okay, finished journaling. We are back to reading. There's nothing better when the main characters meet and she describes him as having violet eyes, having dark hair, and brooding and mysterious. I'm afraid it's gonna do it for me every single time. Hi everybody, it is the next day and I'm sitting outside and it is actually chilly out today. It has been hot for the past few days and it hasn't even felt like winter, and now all of a sudden it is freezing and there's like wind blowing everywhere. But I decided to come sit outside because it is time to write our New Year's resolutions. Every year I like to write my New Year's resolutions in my journal, and I also love starting out by writing words that I want to emulate and I want to feel in 2026. I wish I had my old journal so that I could show you guys, but I left it in my apartment, and since I'm home for the holidays, like I don't have it with me. But I like writing down like a bunch of buzzwords that I want 2026 to be, and then what I do is I go in like a list of just things that I want to accomplish. I don't put things as like you need to do this, or otherwise I'm not gonna do it. If I tell myself you have to do this, I'm not gonna do it. Almost like to manifest it, so I'll write down a bunch of things that I really want to happen in 2026 or that I want to do in 2026, and basically I just like kind of just manifest, and at the end of the year I'll see what happened naturally. For me, this is just easier than doing a checklist, because if I do a checklist then I feel like I'm forcing myself to do stuff in 2026, and I want things to happen naturally and let God's plan flow. So what I like to do is I literally just like to just list a bunch of things that I really want to happen or that I want to accomplish. And the way I do this is I know that I have in my brain what I wrote. So then throughout the year, when things present themselves, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wrote about this in my New Year's resolutions, and then I go do it. I just feel like it takes the pressure off, and it's a lot more fun knowing that I'm not forcing myself to do a million things. It's just more of things that I really want to happen or that I want to do, and it actually just motivates me so much. So throughout the year, when things happen, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wrote about that in my New Year's resolutions. Or sometimes if there's something I really want to do, then I know and I have it in my head of what I really want to do because I wrote it down, and then throughout the year I do things to try and make that happen. I don't force it on myself, because then I just feel unmotivated and then I won't want to do it. Like if I tell myself, okay, Bella, go work out every single day in 2026, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I'm not gonna want to do it, because what if there's one day that I don't want to work out or that I'm sick or something, and then I'm gonna feel bad for not working out because it's not part of my New Year's resolutions. I just feel like the whole thing is kind of toxic sometimes, of like forcing yourself to do something. I feel like if you really want to do something, it'll happen naturally and you can make it happen, but don't put so much pressure on yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here and write a bunch of buzzwords for 2026 and just the mood that I want for the new year. Wind is literally going crazy out here. Okay, but here are some words that I wrote to describe what I want 2026 to be like. So I wrote growth, because we could always grow more. I wrote appreciate. I want to start like appreciating like the little things in life. Like, I don't know, just like going on walks and appreciating nature, or just, you know, spending more time in the moment, appreciating where I am now. Love. Of course, love not just in the romantic sense, but love with family, love with friends, love with life and the things around me. It's really cold. I think I'm going to talk about the rest of the words to describe, and then I might head inside because I'm actually freezing right now. And it wasn't this cold when I stepped out here, and now the wind is blowing. I'm really cold. It was literally 72 yesterday. 72 degrees, and it's now 40. What the heck? I also wrote confidence because I want to be more confident in 2026. I think this year I really grew into my confidence, but I think there's still some areas that I want to be more confident in, and confidence I think is such a thing that you build on with age. So I'm excited to see how confident I am in this new year. And then I wrote grateful because I want to start being more intuitive and grateful for things that I have. Stop wishing for the thing that you want next and start thinking about how grateful you are to have the things that you have now. Then I wrote joy and fun because I just feel like there's so much this year that I really want to do and so many opportunities that I have, and I want to make sure that I'm just having fun with it and not taking things so incredibly serious, but just allowing myself this space to have fun in what it is that I'm doing. And then adaptability. So I'm really hoping to go to Europe in this new year to study abroad. I find out soon. If not, it's okay, but I really, really want to go study. And just being adaptable in all the situations that I am in, and just knowing that I will know what to do, and like God puts these things in my path for a reason, and just being adaptable to any situation that I'm in. Okay, the wind has died down. The next thing I wrote is spontaneous. I am a creature of habit. I'm a creature of habit, okay? I like the same exact things over and over again. I like having a schedule. I kind of want to be a little bit more spontaneous. I feel like sometimes having such a rigid schedule, I don't allow myself to just like go do something random. And I want to be able to do that more and to be more spontaneous in my life, because you only live once. I don't need to have a schedule all the freaking time. Then I wrote generosity. I want to volunteer a lot more this year. I feel like this year I kind of like dabbled in it, but I didn't do too much. I want to be more like generous this year and volunteering at places and helping others who may need it. And then I wrote travel and adventure. I want to travel so much, whether it's like little weekend trips, big trips, or even just day trips. Like I really want to travel. I want to see the world. I feel like there's so much that we can learn from going to different places, meeting different cultures, seeing new people, and just like I want to travel so much and go on different adventures and meet new people and just explore the world, because there's so much out there. I just want to travel and meet new people and see new places and just enjoy life this year, and I cannot wait for the new year. I feel like this is going to be a good one. I don't want to jinx myself, but I feel like this is going to be a good one, but it's going to have to take a lot, because 2025 was so good to me and I loved it. Going inside to write the rest of this because it is freezing out here. Are you kidding? Like, I was not expecting it to be 40 degrees today. Like, what the heck? Okay, I'm now back in my room. So I came back in after I talked about all the words that I wanted to emulate in 2026. And then my mom was like, hey, like you and your brother have like an appointment to go get the flu shot. So I went to go get the flu shot. And of course, after I got the flu shot, I had to stop and get a coffee. So I have a toasted white chocolate coffee from Dunkin'. And I did write all of my New Year's resolutions and I was going to talk about it, but then I had to go to the doctor's. So now I'm back, so let's talk about our resolutions. I have a lot of them, so I'm not going to read all of them because some of them are kind of personal, but I am going to pick a few to talk about and like how I want to go about it. And of course, there's someone literally doing the lawn as I'm talking. Like, guys, I can't even make this up. Like, they're literally right outside my window mowing the lawn right as I'm giving my resolutions. They need to clock this right now. Okay, the guy is finally gone, so I can now talk freely. Okay, so some things that I put on my New Year's resolution. I'm not gonna go through all of them because look at the giant list that I have, but I'm just gonna go through some main ones that I think are fun to talk about. So the first one that I have on this list is get out of your comfort zone. I think so often we tend to stay in our comfort zones because we don't like change, which is normal, but getting out of your comfort zone is such a good thing. And this year I really got out of my comfort zone and did a lot of different things. And I really want to continue that into the new year, because getting out of your comfort zone just means you'll make a new comfort zone and a new one, and you got to keep getting out of it to keep growing. Next one that I have is learn to cook and bake more. Now, I think I talked about this during Vlogmas, but I only really bake with my grandma, and I never really have time to cook or anything. And I really need to get better at it because I want to like meal prep on the weekends. That way I'll have food for the week without having to like run around my house during the millions of things that I have to do during the week. In college, it just gets so busy. Like, you have so many things to do that I forget to make meals, and then I'm rushing my meals or like eating things very last minute. I'm hangry and I'm just like ordering fast food because there's nothing else to eat. I want to do better about cooking and making sure I'm making meals that I really want to eat and that I can meal prep throughout the week. That way, even when I'm busy, I can bring food with me. That way I'm not like starving. I feel like I don't cook enough. I do cook, but I only cook when I have time, and I need to start making time to cook because prioritizing eating is important. Then I have some fun ones. I have watch more movies / plays or musicals, and then I have solo dates. I want to go on a lot more solo dates this year. I went on one solo date last year, and it was the movie one that you guys saw on Vlogmas, and I want to do more of that. Like, I go on solo dates like where I just like go to the bookstore by myself or go shopping by myself or stuff like that, but I'm talking like more like taking myself out with the purpose of dating myself. Does that make sense? With the purpose of going and enjoying my time by myself. A lot of these things that I do by myself, like I'll just go because I'm like, okay, well, nobody else can go with me. But like, I want to actually intentionally make time to be like, okay, like I'm going with nobody else for that purpose of just getting to know myself more and doing things that I like. There's so many times that I won't go see this movie or this play or this event because I'm like, oh, like I have no one to go with. Whereas I want to start making time to like go anyway, even if it's by myself. And I just need to start watching more movies and plays and everything because as you guys know, I for some reason can't watch new movies. Like I freak out about it. So I need to start watching more because there's some good movies out there that I really want to watch. One that I have on here is stop caring about other people's opinions about me. I feel like this is something that I've done my entire life where it's like if someone thinks something of me, like I genuinely will be like, oh my gosh, like I don't want them to think that of me. I'm not like that. That's not who I am. But just like realizing that there's going to be people in the world that don't like you. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Some people aren't my cup of tea, but that's okay. That's part of life. And realizing that just being like openly, authentically myself is enough. And living my life for me and not because of other people's opinions is something that I really want to focus on this year. And so I'll really worry. I'm like, oh my gosh, like what if this person doesn't like me, or what if this thing happened, or what if they took what I said in a different way? And like, I know who I am, and just like being more authentically myself and confident in who I am and not caring about other people's opinions on my life when it is my life to live. And I know who I am. I know I'm a good person. I know my morals, and standing on that and not letting other people's opinions on me drag me down. Because there's always gonna be people who don't like you. There's some people I don't like, but that's okay. Like, that's part of life. Like, you're not gonna like everybody. Not everybody's gonna like you. And just starting to realize that a lot more in this next year. I think I started to realize that in the last few months of college, is there's just some things that were going on that I was like, huh. And it was just like a lot of just me realizing that, you know, I don't need other people's opinions about me to feel good about myself. Another one that I threw in here was growing my YouTube channel and just like being more authentically myself on here, creating videos that I'm proud of and that I enjoy. And I love filming and editing, and like having this channel, I really want to grow it and make it a community. But I have a lot more in this New Year's resolution, but if I went through all of them, I think this video would be like 40 minutes long and I'd have to cut out every single thing else. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Let me know in the comments what are some New Year's resolutions that you guys have. I just feel like it's so important to take the time before the new year and reflect on the year that you've had, be grateful for it, and then of course make some new goals. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, but make some new goals that are achievable and that you can look forward to and manifest for the new year. All right, everybody, happy New Year's Eve. We finally made it. I cannot believe that the year is over. What a good year. I finally finished Thrown in the Dark last night. Guys, it was so good. I gave it 5 stars. Like, I actually am obsessed with this. Apparently there's a second book and a third book. I will be reading that in the new year. 51 books in 2025. What a fun year. It wasn't our 60 goal, but that's okay. We'll strive for 60 in the new year. But I just wanted to read books that I really liked, and I actually have enjoyed so many books this year. The new year, when I get back to my apartment where I have literally my entire bookshelf of all my books, we will be doing everything I read in 2025 and talking about all the books, and that video will probably be so long. Definitely stay tuned for that. But guys, thank you so much for watching this vlog. I know this vlog was kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to take you guys along on some chill days with me where we just caught up on my TBR and read some good books, talked about our New Year's resolutions for the new year. And I cannot wait to see what the new year brings. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. There are big things to come in 2026. I have some very fun video ideas that I really want to do, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys have the most amazing New Year's Eve ever. Make sure you spend it with friends and family that you love and cherish, and give someone a hug and tell them that you're grateful for them this year. I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye guys.